It was a moonless night, and the desolate stretch of Route 66 seemed to stretch into eternity. Tom, a weary traveler, had been driving for hours. The only company he had was the rhythmic hum of his engine and the occasional rustling of the wind through the barren trees that lined the road. As the clock ticked past midnight, Tom's eyelids grew heavy. He decided it was time to find a place to rest for the night. But in the heart of this remote desert, motels were few and far between. He continued down the dark highway, hoping to spot a neon vacancy sign soon. Suddenly, he noticed a faint light in the distance, barely visible against the pitch-black night. It flickered like a will-o'-the-wisp, drawing him closer. Tom's curiosity got the better of him, and he followed the light, thinking it might lead him to shelter. The light led him to an old, weathered roadside motel. It appeared to be abandoned for years, its neon sign long extinguished except for that eerie, flickering light. Despite the strange aura, Tom decided to investigate. He parked his car and cautiously approached the reception area. The door creaked open with a haunting groan, revealing a dimly lit, dust-covered lobby. Spiderwebs adorned the corners, and a layer of neglect hung heavily in the air. The flickering light seemed to emanate from an old rotary telephone on the front desk. Tom hesitated but decided to pick up the phone. As he did, a cold gust of wind rushed through the lobby, extinguishing the light. He shivered as an unsettling feeling washed over him. Just as he was about to hang up, a raspy voice on the other end whispered, "Help me." Startled, Tom asked, "Who's there? What do you want?" The voice replied, "I've been trapped here for decades. My soul is bound to this place. You're my only hope." Tom could hear the desperation in the voice but remained skeptical. "What can I do?" The voice continued, "You must find my remains buried beneath the tree out front. Only then can I be freed." Tom reluctantly agreed to help. Armed with a flashlight, he ventured outside to the motel's courtyard. Beneath a gnarled, ancient tree, he began to dig. The soil was hard and unforgiving, but his determination pushed him on. After what felt like hours, his shovel struck something solid. He uncovered a small, decaying wooden box. Inside, he found a tarnished locket with a faded photograph of a young woman. Just as he held the locket in his hands, a ghostly figure appeared before him. The woman's spirit was ethereal, her eyes filled with gratitude. She whispered her thanks and then slowly faded away, leaving behind an overwhelming sense of peace. With a heavy heart, Tom left the motel and continued his journey down Route 66, knowing that he had helped free a tormented soul. The flickering light in the lobby had vanished, replaced by an eerie silence. As he drove into the night, Tom couldn't help but wonder about the countless other haunted places along that desolate highway, each with its own story waiting to be told.